Hello and welcome back to recreating The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past inside of Minecraft. In the last episode I showed you an enemy, but since we're still hard at work on some of their models, we'll be focusing on other features and items in the coming weeks. Today I'd like to discuss a smaller feature, name changing. We wanted to stay faithful to the original game, where you can choose a name for your character at the start. This name is used in multiple dialogue boxes, so it's very useful and gives the player more expression in who they are. The player can choose to not change the name, which will result in every NPC referring to you as simply Link. This is not a feature in the original game because you do have to give the name, but this is just how we're gonna do it in our game. Letting players type a custom name for an adventure map is not the easiest task. We cannot detect chat messages, which is a shame and something that has to be added, but we can detect text in other ways. This includes entity names. We can give the player a name tag, let them name it using an anvil, and put it on a mob, and then we can detect when the name has been changed, and copy the mob's name to a storage entity's name. And then we can use the tellraw command to specify that storage entity's name in dialog, which will display your custom name. All of this is possible thanks to the /data command that allows us to copy data from one entity to the other. Now I'll show you the process in action. So here we are in the game. Do not mind the insane amount of items that I have, which is just for testing. This is for a different video. But basically this is the hub area. It's very under construction, but the main thing we're here for is choose a name. So we're going to press the button and it's going to say to change your in-game name, which you will be referred to by NPCs, simply use an anvil to rename the name tag and use the name tag on the villager. This is the villager and this is the name tag. So right now it has the name Link, which is just the default. We're going to rename it here. You also get 1 experience. We're going to rename it to Jeff, for example. Alright. So now we're going to take this and name the villager Jeff. Your name has been successfully changed to Jeff. So now we're going to go over to an area where there is an NPC who has a specific dialogue. So let's do that right now. So as you can see, we are now here in the dungeon with the uncle, has a little dialogue, and he displays your name in the original game right after this. There you go. Jeff, I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield and listen. It has a little animation as well. You can time hits for more damage. It's a secret technique handed down by our people. Jeff, you can do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your. So that's pretty much it. He mentions your custom name twice here. There is other dialogue where it's mentioned, but I'm not going to spoil too much of that other dialogue. But basically it's pretty simple. We just have a scoreboard value that stores whether the name has been changed, and if it hasn't, we just display Link, and if it has, we just get the changed name from that name storage, like I explained before, using the /data command. So that's pretty easy, and yeah, that's custom name changing. And that's it. I hope you don't mind this shorter devlog for today, because on September 15th we'll be discussing the boomerang item, another key component to the game. For now, I'll thank you for watching, and make sure to stay safe.